Hi, this is Brant from trulyfulfilled.com, and I wanted to share another blog post with you. I wanted to talk about a subject that comes up in our lives a lot, and that is, how do you walk by faith and not by sight? Now, I'm sure you've probably heard this, but what does that look like? And why is it so difficult for us to do at times? So I'd like to tell you my view, and I want to start out with three things that I think are vital for doing this. The first step to walking by faith is believing that something will actually come to pass regardless of what you might see right now. So by definition, we know that faith is the assurance of things hoped for, it's the conviction of things not yet seen. We get that from Hebrews 11:1. But what should you put your faith in? And that brings me to the first step, which is that faith must rest on something. So what does that mean? Well, it's important to make the distinction between something that God has promised you and also your wish list. And I know we all at times have desires and dreams and plans, and sometimes it can be difficult to know the difference between our thoughts and His thoughts. But if you start out by asking and just saying, God, this is what I believe you've told me, or I believe you have for me, I'm going to believe this, ask for some assurance and some confirmation, and then rest your faith on that. Now the second step is that after you do that, I don't know if you've experienced this, but faith is always going to present you with a choice. Once you set out believing that something's going to happen, I can guarantee you that circumstances are going to make it seem either unrealistic or impossible altogether. So it's at this time that you must make a choice to either believe or to give up. Now think about people in the Bible. Every person you can think of had to make the same choice, from Joseph when he was in the dungeon, compared to his dream of being in charge, to Jesus when he was in the wilderness and also on the cross. So if they didn't escape that, we can't either. We're going to have to make a decision to trust when things don't look possible as well. Now the third thing is that faith requires trust. Now you might say trust isn't difficult, and it's not in itself, but if you've ever been let down or betrayed or hurt by somebody, you know it can be really difficult to extend your expectations again and to open up. In fact, I know for me personally, being hurt by others at times made it even hard for me to trust in God again. And I can tell you story after story, as I'm sure you can as well. In fact, if you're on my blog right now, there's a crazy story down below about how a business partner broke his commitment to me after about 1.5 years of really hard work, and that was frustrating and very discouraging, but it actually worked out in the end. So the important thing is this: no matter what you're facing right now, you can make the decision to walk by faith and not by sight. In fact, if you need a boost of encouragement or help rebuilding your broken expectations, please make sure you check out a very tiny ebook I wrote called Moving Roadblocks: The Keys to Unlocking Your Future, as well as get some of the free videos on our website. There'll be a link somewhere around this video. I hope this video has provided some value to you. Please share your story and leave a comment below.